Hello and welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today as I open a collector booster box of Edge of Eternities. Thank you so much to Wizards for allowing me into the Magic Ambassador program and for the free gifted product. Alright, let's get started. Let's see what's in these collector boosters. I won't go through the commons and uncommons that much just because they're not the exciting part of the pack. So I'll just quickly show them one by one. Ooh, the dog. This one's really cute. Ooh, I got a forest. How fitting. The best land in the set. Sir Vondam, Sunstar Exemplar, foil. Eumidian Hatchery. This is in the Commander set, and it's extended art. This looks really cool. It's a land. You can pay a life out of black, put a hatchling counter on this land. Whenever this land is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, for each hatchling counter on it, create a 1/1 black insect creature token with flying. Okay, that's interesting. Exalted Sunborn. Ooh, this one's a mythic extended art. Oh, it's just tokens galore. This is fun. It's 5 mana, 4/5, flying lifelink. If one or more tokens would be created, create double, and it has warp for 2. That's cool. Ooh, I got a borderless mirror pool. I can play this in Titan. Yippee! Score number 1. A foil watery grave. I mean, it's my least favorite shock land that's in this set, but that's okay, because it's blue and black and I don't play Dimir. But it's still really cool, and I'm sure some commander deck my dad will build, it will be Soul Tie-In, can use this watery grave. And a Beast Thopter token. That was pack number 1. Alright, pack number 2. Again, just going quickly through the commons and uncommons. Briefly see them, but they're not all that exciting. A mountain. Okay, second best land. Goes in this pile. Possibility Technician. It's a regular rare. 3 mana, 3/3. Whenever this or another Kavu enters, exile the top card of your library. For as long as that card remains exiled, you may play it if you control a Kavu. Okay, this is actually pretty good. I like this too. And maybe there's some commander deck that can be Kavu typal, and it will be good in that. Ooh, Uthros Research Craft. It's a spaceship. Oh, that's interesting. At 12, it becomes a 0/8. It's one big butt. But it gets +1/+0 for each artifact you control, which includes itself. So it's really a 1/8. That could get even bigger. Artifact Matters cards are always good. Oh, and then at 3, you draw a card whenever you cast an artifact card. Okay, this card can be really strong. Adagia, Windswept Bastion. This is one of the planet lands. This is the white one. This one is, once it has station at 12, you can spend 4 and tap it, create a token that's a copy of target artifact or enchantment you control, except it's legendary. Interesting. Ooh, a foil Blinkmox Nexus. Is this Galaxy Foil? I think it's Galaxy Foil. Yeah, I think it's a Galaxy Foil Blinkmox Nexus.
Number?
Number 93. Yeah, okay, this is really cool. Ooh! The Silver Etched Sothra, the Super Void. Okay, this looks fantastic. Oh my god, this is so cool. I mean, I don't necessarily play a lot of black, but there's decks that can be used for it. I play Golgari midrange and standard sometimes.
That's like the marquee card of the set too, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
The things revolve around.
Yeah, this is really cool. Yeah, this is so cool. Wow. Alright, and then a land or robot token.
And a quick thing, Dave, you want to say what we learned about the numbering system for the
Oh,
for the
yeah.
lands?
Yeah, the numbering system for these types of lands. The regular versions of the borderless ones go 1 through 45. 46 to 90 is the poster versions of those lands. And then 91 to whatever 90 plus 45 is, so is the Galaxy
135.
one. Okay, thank you, Daddy. I don't feel like doing math right now.
And that's how the stellar sites.
Yes,
ones
those are the
work.
Stellar Sights lands. So that's how you can tell if it's Galaxy foil, poster, or the regular borderless ones. Either way, they're cool, but... Okay, pack number 3. I'm just getting to the good stuff. A forest again! I'm so happy. You know, I wonder if I can just not pull any islands. That would be the ideal world. Ooh, Anti-Causal Vestige. 6 mana, 7/5 Eldrazi. When this creature leaves the battlefield, draw a card. Then you may put a permanent card with mana value less than or equal to the number of lands you control from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. And it has Warp for 4. This, I think, is going to be a really good limited card. Because you play it, it leaves, you draw a card, put something, then you play it again, it leaves, and then you draw a card, put something on the field again. I think this might be one of the best cards in the limited set. I mean, don't quote me on that. I'm not always great at valuing limited cards, but I think this one's going to be really good. Festering Thicket Extended Art, the Psycho lands from the Commander set. Cosmogoyf. Ooh, okay, first of all, this art is sick. It's so cool. And its power is equal to the number of cards you own in exile, and its toughness is equal to that number plus 1. That's certainly interesting, especially with Ketramos being a card in standard. There might be some Abzan standard deck that can be built around these ones.
And the warp cards, too.
Oh, yeah, and warp card. Well, but, yeah, I guess so. I mean, they don't stay in exile forever, necessarily. Ooh, poster Raging Ravine. This is the poster lands. This is really cool, too. And it's Gruul, which is the color combination. Well, I mean, I play basically any of the green color combinations that's not Simic. So, you know, that helps.
Simic's the best.
Yeah. Biased opinion there. Extinguisher Battleship, big boy battleship. At 5 station, it becomes a 10/10 flying trample. I mean, it's 8 mana to begin with. But when it enters destroy target non-creature permanent, then this spaceship deals 4 damage to each creature. Yeah, this card seems good. I think this card in limited says 8 mana win the game. And then an art card of Weft Walking. Okay, this is pretty cool. Alright, pack number 4. Going through commons and uncommons. Oh. A swamp. Okay. Space Time Anomaly. This could be like a control card, for sure. Just like a mill plan. I don't think this one will be quite as good unless it's like well, actually in Commander though, you start with more life, so it could be better in Commander. I think in Limited, this might just like be mill half a player's deck if you can like play it on curve on turn 4.
Hold on a second here.
Oh, camera troubles.
Yeah. Little bit of an issue here.
Oh.
Yeah, you're just like too high.
Oh.
But we'll get that fixed. Here
Okay.
we go. Okay, there we go.
Alright.
I think that's better. A little bit. Well, yeah. Go back. Yes. Slump a little. Okay.
I don't like slumping. The Boros Cycle Land from the Commander decks. Nova Hellkite. Well, it's a red dragon. 5 mana, 4/5 flying haste. When it enters, it deals 1 damage to target creature an opponent controls, and it has warp for 3. Okay, I mean, having warp with haste is really good because it's a 3 mana, 4/5 flyer that gets in there, and then it will go away, and then you can play it again on a later turn. So this could be really, really good. Meteor Crater. This is the regular borderless land. This is pretty good. Choose a color of a permanent you control out of a mana of that color. Okay. That's interesting. Ooh, Avendo, Walking Haven. This, it's the green planet land, and at 12 station it becomes a Gaia's Cradle. I like this one. I like this one a lot. And then a lander robot token. Alright, pack number 5. Alrighty. Another swamp. Okay, so far, I have achieved 0 islands. I'm very happy about that. Ooh, the End Stone. Okay, so it's a 7 mana legendary artifact. It's a mythic rare. Whenever you play a land or cast a spell, draw a card. So whenever you do anything, draw a card. At the beginning of your end step, your life total becomes half your starting life total rounded up. Oh, interesting. So you draw a lot of cards, but eventually it will just like keep cutting down your life total. There could be like an interesting thing of like you play it and then have a way to give it to an opponent, like the Stiltskin Moogle from Final Fantasy. And then you just like, here's the End Stone, and then I'll draw a card, and then now your life total is going to start going down. Especially when they're empty-handed, it could be useful. Solar Array from the Commander decks. This can help make your station faster. Another Extinguisher Battleship. This one is extended art, which I always like extended art. Much better than foil. Ooh, a foil Echoing Deeps. Another Titan All-Star for a modern Amulet Titan. Beyond the Quiet, foil borderless. Just sweeper. Very, very quick and simple. It's sweeper. Lander Robot Token. Alright, pack number 6. Alright, here. Doggo! He's so cute! He's such a cute little doggo. Oop. Cards are sliding. There we go. That should fix it for at least a little while. I got an island. The islands are pretty and all, but the amount of basic islands I use in my decks is very few. Mightform Harmonizer, 4 mana, 4/4 landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, double the power of target creature you control until end of turn, and it has warp for 3 mana. This could be used in the standard green landfall deck that's currently in standard, and not much is rotating out with the release of Edge of Eternities. So I think this might have a home in that deck, which is also the most likely deck that I'll play in standard because it's a mono green deck. Scouring Swarm. It's basically the opposite of Scoot Swarm. Whenever you sack a land, create a tap token that's a copy of this creature if 7 or more land cards are in your graveyard. Otherwise, create a 1/1 black, tapped 1/1 black insect creature token with flying. So it's like kind of the opposite of Scoot Swarm. It's black because it has to deal with lands in the graveyard. Interesting. Warmaker Gunship. It's a spacecraft. When it enters, it deals damage equal to the number of artifacts you control to target creature and opponent controls. I mean, seems pretty good for red things to be doing red things. A foil poster Nesting Grounds. This is really cool, the artwork here. Terminal Velocity. 6 mana. You may put an artifact or creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. That permanent gains haste. When this permanent leaves the battlefield, it deals damage equal to its mana value to each creature. And at the beginning of your end step, sacrifice this permanent. Very cool card. I think this can do a lot of just like ending the game. Another land or robot token. I'm getting a lot of land or robot tokens. Alright, pack number 7. Alright. The commons and uncommons. They're great for limited. But the real treasures are the rares, and most importantly the borderless cards. We got a plains. We got a regular foil, Sothra the Super Void. So now I've opened 2 of those. That's pretty good. Yeah, this enchantment is just bonkers. Radiant Summit, another one. Extended art. Ooh, a borderless Quantum Riddler. It's a 5 mana 4/6 flyer. When it enters, draw a card. As long as you have 1 or fewer cards in hand, if you would draw 1 or more cards, you draw that many cards plus 1 instead. It's pretty good. And it has work for 2. Shambling Vent, the black-white creature land. Diadrine, Synthesis Amalgam. When it enters with a number of +1/+1 counters on it equal to the amount of mana spent to cast it. And because it costs X. So it's a green-white counters card. And an art card of Embrace Oblivion. Pack number 7.
Halfway point.
Oh, sorry, this is pack 8.
Oh. Liar.
And even still, 7 wouldn't be the halfway point. Oh, I guess so if I'm starting on 7. Sure.
Yeah.
Because there's 12 packs in a box. I'm liking what I'm getting so far. I've gotten 2 Titan pieces that I can use in my constructed deck. I got 1 thing that I can use in my standard deck. And other things I can use in my commander decks. I've gotten the stuff for everything. Ooh, another plains. Ooh, Infinite Guideline Station, the Wooburg Station. When it enters, create a tattoo 2 robot artifact creature token for each multicolored permanent you control. And then when it has 12 charge counters, whenever it gains flying, becomes a 7/15, and whenever it attacks, draw a card for each multicolored permanent you have. So it wants multicolored. Unfortunately, I think this card's not going to be very good in limited. However, I think it could be really good for a build around commander deck. And now stations can be your commander. Ooh, In Spirit Flagship Vessel. It's from the commander decks. It's Jeskai. And then once it has 1 charge counter at the beginning of combat, put your choice of a +1/+1 counter or 2 charge counters on up to 1 other target artifact. And then at 8 charge counters, it has flying. Other artifacts you control have hexproof and indestructible. And it's a 5/5. It's pretty good. Definitely artifacts matters, but Jeskai cares about artifacts. Oh, I've seen this enchantment, Bioengineered Future. 3 mana. When this enchantment enters, create a lander token. Each creature you control enters with an additional +1/+1 counter on it for each land that entered the battlefield under your control this turn. This could also work for the mono green landfall deck because it also, like using Bristly Bill, has somewhat of a +1/+1 counters theme. A poster High Market. That's pretty good. The Sarayama. This one is a 3 mana spaceship. When it enters, search your library for a legendary creature card and put it into your hand. And then at 7 charge counters, it's a 5/5 flyer. Other tap legendary creatures you control have indestructible. Pretty good. And then a lander robot token. Alright, pack number 9. Another doggo! Yippee! Another forest! Yay! I like the forest the best. Shocker, right? Warmaker Gunship. We've gotten this one before. Pretty cool. Patrolling Peacemaker from the Commander set. It enters with 2+1/+1 counters on it. Whenever an opponent commits a crime, proliferate. Interesting. So it punishes your opponent from committing crimes, which is, you know, what it should be. You should be punished for committing crimes. Borderless Ragost, Deft Gastronaut. This is, I mean, all borderless cards, in my opinion, are usually pretty. I like borderless cards. It's Boros 2/2 artifacts you control are foods. And then you can spend 1 untapped, sacrifice a food, and it shoots the food at the opponent. And then at the beginning of each end step, if you gain life this turn, untapped Ragost.
Food fight!
Yeah, only an immature person would say that, Daddy. No, I'm just kidding. Food fights are fun. Cascading Cataracts from the Spotlight, from the special guests one. Pretty. Famished World Tire. Oh yeah, this big thing. It's 8 mana, ward 3, Devour land 3. When it enters, look at top X cards of your library, where X is this creature's power. Put any number of land cards from among them onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Pretty good.
Stellar Sights, by the way.
Stellar Sights, okay.
I keep forgetting that too.
Yeah, me too. Because they always call different things, so it's like... Oops. There we go. Pack number 10. A mountain. Okay. Sledge class Seed Ship. 3 mana at 7 charge counters. It becomes a 4/5 flyer. Whenever it attacks, you may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. That can be very interesting. Planetary Annihilation. This is from the Commander set. 5 mana, sorcery. Each player chooses 6 lands they control, then sacrifices the rest. Planetary Annihilation deals 6 damage to each creature. Well, it's certainly living up to its name and just destroying basically everything. Oh, another Terminal Velocity. A Hissing Quagmire, the green-black creature land. Oh, this is the token doubler in the Japanese art and also in the Japanese language. This is super cool. It's also foil. And a Robot Sliver token. I like Slivers. Slivers was one of my dad's first constructed decks. If not the first.
Not the first.
Not the first, okay. I knew it was like one of the first.
It was up there, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, pack number 11. We have one more pack after this. Let's see if we can pull an Ancient Tomb. Or a Lotus Field. I want a Lotus Field, because for Titan. Okay, we got a Swamp. Moonlit Meditation. Enchant artifact or creature you control. The first time you would create 1 or more tokens each turn, you may instead create that many tokens that are copies of enchanted permanent. So if you get this one, plus this one, you can just enchant this one here, and then you make a token, and then you make double the tokens. But then you make it of this one instead. That can be kind of silly. I like it. Oh, Horizon Explorer. This definitely goes straight into the Titan maybe board for Amulet Titan. 3 mana, 2/4, lands you control enter untapped. Great, it's a Spelunking. And whenever you attack a player, create a Lander token. And it's extended art, which is always nice. Hard Light Containment. Enchant artifact you control. When this aura enters, exile target creature and opponent controls until this aura leaves the battlefield. Enchanted permanent has ward 1. This is pretty good removal spell. It's slightly volatile, but it's fine. Ooh, a foil Lumbering Falls. Ooh, a foil Sliver Overlord. This looks really cool. This looks so cool, actually. I like it a lot. Yeah. I mean, it basically looks like it's coming straight out of a comic book, is what this, I just think this is a comic book art, or like the cover of a comic book. That's what I think of when I see this. This is really cool. And I got a bird pest token. All right, last pack, best pack. Let's see what this has in store. Alrighty. An island. I really did not want it to be an island. Ooh, a foil stomping ground. Oh, shocklands, always useful. You always are in need of more lands. They just go in basically any deck of those colors where the shockland's legal. A Vendo brush razor. 3 mana 2/2. It's from the commander set. Whenever you sacrifice a non-token permanent, exile the top card of your library. During your turn, as long as you sacrificed a non-token permanent this turn, you may play cards exiled with this creature. Tap, sacrifice a land to add 2 red. Interesting. Menon? I don't know how to pronounce that. Menon? I don't know.
Sure.
The right hand. Borderless also looks super cool. 5 mana, 3/4 flyer. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may cast artifact spells from the top of your library. Artifacts you control have tap, add a blue, spend this mana only to cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand. This card seems really fun, even though it's blue, and really interesting. Scavenger Grounds. Cool. From the Stellar Sites. I remember the name this time. Chorale of the Void. 4 mana. Enchant creature you control. Whenever enchanted creature attacks, put target creature card from defending player's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control, tapped and attacking. Void. At the beginning of your end step, sacrifice this aura unless a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn or a spell was warped this turn. Okay, so it's really good while it lasts, but you need to make sure to make so that it can last. And then a robot munitions token. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed the opening of a Edge of Eternities collector booster box. Thank you again so much, Wizards, for allowing me to do this. And I hope that you will like and subscribe this video. And thank you so much, everybody. Hope to see you next time. Bye.